Good morning, morning breathers. It is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Not Monday. Tuesday, June 4th. And this is Morning Breath. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tippy top of the morning. Alex P. Snyder, super producer.
Good to be here. I feel like this is the day when my high school, middle school would get out. Usually.
Really?
I don't know. I just feel like early
this is
June,
the
you know?
last day of school, huh?
Yeah. Kids these days just get out late May.
These damn kids.
Kids these days just get out late May.
They have it so easy, don't they?
They have it so easy.
There's nothing
They don't
like
get snow days like we used to.
No.
Dang global warming.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's all I got to say.
Did you have to walk uphill?
Yeah, I had to walk uphill.
Man,
27
hold on.
miles.
Come on.
In the rain and cold, and it was iced over.
These kids, they're just a bunch of crybabies, aren't they?
Crybabies. They can't take anything. Why don't you play on some of the playground equipment I played on, you know?
That's right. You have no idea.
Yeah.
These kids,
Now
they
it's
don't even know.
There's foam on all the metal bars. You know, hit your teeth on a bar for once in a while.
Hey,
you
they
know?
sometimes had foam on the bars that we played with too. They just were asbestos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We just get a mouthful.
you just get
of
a
asbestos.
mouthful of asbestos.
That's what makes you.
Yeah, our
tough.
houses used to be built out of the good stuff, okay?
lead
That's right.
Lead paint and
Yeah, now-
asbestos.
now they
Still
took it all
standing,
out.
aren't they?
No.
Well, yeah, they are.
Oh,
They're full of them. You bet.
full of them.
Anything else on your mind?
That's all I
You're
got.
on a roll.
He's on a roll. Let him go.
That's all I got.
I feel
loved
like
it.
I feel like
These
Alex
kids these days.
I feel like Alex is trolling us a little bit this morning. So,
Yeah, sure. We can take it. That's what we're made of.
That's what we're made of. That's because we grew up with asbestos and lead
I was going to
paint.
say asbestos and less paint. That's what we're made out of.
We don't have foam and rubberized ground. We hit the real ground.
Yeah, exactly.
You did.
That's right.
Covered our playgrounds in asphalt.
And wood chips,
Not no damn wood.
splinters.
I used to run on gravel around that track. I didn't have an asphalt
That's right,
track.
limestone.
We also have Boss Man Matt. Good morning, Matt.
What's up?
And finally, at last, John the Voice.
Or is otherwise known as John the Breath from yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. God damn, it was one day. Those things happen from time to time. John the Breath, John the Voice. John the Voice sure sounds better than John the Breath.
Yeah, John, that just sounds weird. I'm okay with that one.
We've come a long way from John the Rookie days.
Yes. You know what? It's
I still
burned in
remember
my
those
memory.
looks whenever I call you
Burned in my memory.
John the Rookie.
You gave me a goal. You gave me a goal, Tim. I was like, all right, I got to prove myself, so I'm no longer John the Rookie.
Well, you're now John the Voice in different facets. Now that we've all had the opportunity, at least all of us in here except Alex.
Except Alex.
Heard you at your gig Friday
Hey,
night.
I have to say, you guys were, first of all, thank you again, both of you,
course.
for showing up. I know Alex would have, but he was out of town. That's totally okay.
I don't know if Alex.
I'm not
Hey,
sure he would.
I'm just spreading the love this morning, all right? But seriously, it meant a lot for you guys to come, and also thank you for the kind words on the show yesterday. I had a chance to watch it back, so thank you for just
Good
being
stuff.
gracious.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. When is On the Rocks playing again?
Right now, it is July 19th. We're playing down at Fairfield at the Walton, and we're trying to get some things set up. We have talks going with Cider House and a couple other venues too as well. So hopefully pretty quickly, but we'll have updates.
Fairfield, they always seem to get some good
Entertainment.
and other things, especially Cider House. They're always having something going. I think Aces and Eights played down there before.
Yeah, we'll play down there again this year. The night before Thanksgiving, we'll be down there. So.
All right. I think my daughter was trying to. I don't know if she's reached out yet, but she
hasn't yet. If we talked after the show for a little bit, and she
Get you in
mentioned some things. So up north,
in
yeah.
Iowa City. We get you in that Iowa City ring. We may never see John the Voice again. He just might be a.
We won't have to.
Full-time
He won't
touring.
come back without an appearance fee. He'll.
Oh boy, here we go.
Really good stuff. Really, really good. I was, I like I said yesterday, I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised. I mean, I'm assuming you're good, right? I hadn't heard you before.
Well,
but-
it's a different feel because normally you're playing like with a whole band with electric guitars, drums, and keyboard and all this other stuff. And so when it kind of just strips down to where it's just you and a guitar, which shout out to my guy Kiowa Keith, who's a wizard on the acoustic guitar, for being the other part of this, but it's just a different vulnerability that you step into, and you're like, well, if I mess up, which I did really bad on
Yeah,
that
but
one
you came,
song.
you came back. You played it back.
It's like you just are like, well, here it is, and everybody can hear you. So it's just, but it was a really good time. I don't know. The way I could describe it to somebody is I didn't know I would enjoy it as much as I did.
So that was my next question: was do you kind of prefer that little intimate?
Yeah. So we were about 20 minutes in, and I just had this kind of moment where everything kind of hit me, and I was like, I really, really like this. And maybe I was prisoner of the moment. So something new, that had never been tried before, but certainly. It's one of the more enjoyable music experiences I've ever had in my whole life.
Good.
So it was
Good.
awesome.
That makes it even better. So if you enjoyed it that much and we enjoyed it as an audience, that makes it all the better. So we look forward to your next show. What else is happening? Let's see. Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC.
Even you, Emmett.
Even you, Emmett.
Especially you, Emmett.
Especially you.
We hope will exist at someday. And the Morning Breath crew, we are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Willie.
Thank you, Willie. Willie won't. News of the day. Any news of the day? Caitlin Clark is just getting the holy crap beat out of
Yeah,
her.
she's.
And I think this is all part of paying your dues to a degree.
Well, I think this is
they're
above
kind
and
of
beyond
crossing
that,
the line
but-
a little bit.
It's way beyond that, but yeah.
Look,
shockingly enough, I have a hot take on it, but it's
done. Well, okay. We didn't talk about this. Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. So I don't understand, but I understand to your point. There's a lot of, because I've been watching a ton of commentators on this for the last few days and everything.
All the commentators are talking about
Yeah.
it.
So someone they can hide behind the veil of, oh, they did it to Jordan, they did it all this other stuff. But what they can't hide behind is there's just sheer green-eyed envy and jealousy behind some of it, okay? Is part of it, because I think some of these women are mad that the WNBA hasn't come to prominence with them being the stars. I'm just going to call it like it is. And so there's some frustration, there. But then there's also what I think that what people aren't talking about, what they should be talking about the most is where the hell are her teammates?
Yes, I agree.
Where are you at?
Agreed.
I don't care if it's your star player, if it's your bench player, whatever else. But some people say, well, you got to protect the star player. That's fine, if you want to go that route. But I don't care who it is. If you're my teammate,
Yep.
and other teams are doing this kind of bullshit, forgive me, there's my one for the day. I'll leave it there to her. Someone needs to get laid out. Someone going to the rim needs to get laid out, or in the moment, even right there. Like that one, the one most played, cheap shot on the ground. Don't be worried about settling Caitlin down. Go lay some wood on somebody.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that'll send the message really quick. And the biggest thing is, you remember that Dennis Green clip from years ago in the press conference, the coach, when he's like, the Bears are who we thought they were, right? So I'm going to say the same thing about Angel Reese right now, because if you watched that game the other night when Clark got that cheap shot over in the side,
She was cheering.
they highlighted her. She came off the bench and was applauding
And gave a
this
hug to her.
dirty BS play, and then gave it a big hug afterward. This is what I'm talking about. The sheer jealousy and this isn't just rookie hazing. This is something that the WNBA is allowing to happen, and it's because, and I'm going to stop it right here because then we're going to get really far down the weeds. She doesn't fit their narrative, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So it's a very frustrating thing certainly to watch, and I think her teammates need to do a much better job of stepping up and protecting her, because I don't see that happening at all, and it needs to happen. So
Well,
I agree.
I think I couldn't agree more. I think the teammates need to have her back more.
Yep.
I think that, truly they don't, she's got 2 technicals to give, and then she starts getting fined and suspended, right? Caitlin, she gets 2 more. I'm wondering if, and they have rules on flagrant fouls. You get so many, then you start getting fined.
Like, how is that? They finally upgraded that foul after the game
to a 1.
Why did it take you to after the game? Like, that's not even remotely close to a basketball play. Like,
I think the direction, I don't know who the commissioner of the WNBA is, but not very proactive here.
No,
at all.
not at all.
The league is not very proactive. So it's frustrating. Caitlin's taken the high road, as usual. But eventually, it's got to stop. We all got there's going to be some rookie stuff.
Yeah.
But that one over the weekend where whatever her name was, I don't know all the names.
Kennedy
Really
or
just
something.
ran after her and
Yeah.
gave her
And
shoulder.
did you know that she has actually been suspended and benched multiple times for conduct detrimental to the team?
She got kicked off?
On multiple teams.
She got
released.
kicked off one of
yes,
them. Yeah.
exactly. I'm like,
you know way
really?
more about it than me.
Oh yeah, trust me, down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah. It was on social media this weekend. They went through her career. She didn't even play last year. I think she was in Turkey or something. She wasn't even in the league last year.
Yeah, there's some people commenting that saying, well, keep this up and Caitlin will just go to Europe, make big money, and that'll be the end of WNBA.
She got offered $5 million or something to play in that 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, exactly. I hope. Here's the thing: I hope that the revenge tour happens. I think she'll get stronger through it. I think that if her teammates can rally around her, and then when she's torching these ladies by a lot more later on, I think that'll be fantastic to see. And as much as I'd love to see her just be like, oh, okay, forget you guys and walk off and set the league back to its place of obscurity where it was just a couple of years ago.
I don't think we want that.
No, exactly.
As a group here,
no,
I don't think
not
we
at all.
want that.
Not at all. I think she just needs to hang in there and continue to go, and she's going to get better. And it just shows how much and how good she actually is because they're putting so much focus and attention on her. It's like, well, I think some of them are just flat out scared. And so that was always the thing, like growing up. It's like you knew that somebody was afraid of you as a basketball player when they resulted to just fouling you all the time because you can't stop. If you couldn't stop me, I'm going to say me, but if you couldn't stop somebody playing clean defense, I knew I had you then because it's like, oh, you can't stop a first step without fouling or reaching or slapping or hacking or whatever else. Like that means you're not as good of a basketball player, and that's exactly what's happening with a lot of these people.
Yeah. She's got to be tired.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's got to
Really
be
had no
exhausted.
break.
Yeah.
What's their season? It's like 40-some games.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. They play until like September.
They're almost a third of the way through.
And they do have an Olympic break, and we'll see if she makes the Olympic team. But
Good Lord. Could you imagine her on the Olympic team? I don't know. It's going to be a rough year. You see some comments up there.
I do. That's awesome.
Jimmy says John is fired up.
Well,
Josh, it's a little inside joke there. Maybe we'll get into that over the break, but yeah.
let's say ye, Alex. You're just a button pusher today.
Well, Alex got me going. Alex is fired up, so I just transferred his energy over
Yeah,
here.
I just let the voice carry it.
The voice carry it.
At a kid.
Speaking of, before we got to Caitlin, I don't know how to follow that, but speaking of live performances, I saw that Taylor Momsen, who I don't know, but singing, and she's a singer, and she was in Spain. And here you go, John. She was on stage singing live, and a bat landed on her leg and bit her
Oh no!
while she was live on
no.
stage. She didn't notice the bat land on her leg. The crowd is like yelling at her, like, "There's a bat on your leg."
How do you not notice a bat on your leg?
And so she saw it, and then the crew came out and tried to get this thing, and it ended up biting her. So now she's on a rabies thing. That's neither here nor there. I don't know who this person is, but I just thought,
Wow.
could you,
Yeah,
you
no.
live,
No.
performing live, and a bat lands on you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
That just seems
I'd
really
freak out.
odd.
it
That a bat would just do that.
Apparently, the song she was singing was "Witches Burn," so maybe there's a correlation there.
Was this? Where did you say this was?
I think it was in-
Transylvania.
yeah, exactly. I think it's somewhere over in that direction anyway. So I don't know who she is, but I just saw that and thought, well, that's something.
That's weird. That's wild.
I can't believe a bat would do that.
Well, and then like she said she didn't know. I mean,
She said she didn't know it. The crowd was like
she must have been
screaming
like
at
she must
her.
have been like in the zone or something. 'Cause a bat. I mean, like I feel like you're gonna notice that.
Yeah, landed on it. Well, there you go.
This is the
Alex.
only video I can find. I don't know if the bat bites
Oh.
it, but let me
Oh,
put
we
it
gotta-
up
Yeah,
for the people here.
For the people?
For the people.
Well, why are we sitting
he's got it.
There we
that
go.
up? There we go.
All right, so it's going along. It's having a good time.
Oh, wait, it was on the back of her leg there?
Oh, it's right there on the
That's
front of
right
her
there.
leg.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's just.
Oh,
hanging
my
out-
God.
It's just hanging out there.
It's just on her skirt thing there, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I'd been
don't know.
freaking out if
That
that.
would have been a whole situation for sure.
We've covered my fascination with cicadas and snakes, but we haven't even talked about bats.
You like bats?
No, I don't like bats either.
Oh, okay. I remember we had a bat in the house as a kid. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, exactly.
There was nobody around, just me and my mom, and she was not having it. So I got up and got rid of it.
Yeah. We've
I did not eat it, Alex. That
Put a
is
stick through it, roast it on the fire.
That is illegal. They're protected species.
Well, here you go. Jed chimes in. Taylor Momsen, lead singer of the Pretty Reckless. Little known fact, she was Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch.
Write that down.
Write that down. Thanks, Jed.
Thank you, Jed, for that wonder. Hey, and it was good to see Jed the other night.
Jed was out too.
We had a chance to hang out and talk some. And he's just a good dude. No matter, and of course he shows up and Patty and everybody says like, yeah, Jed's actually a singer too. I was like, of course he is.
Of course he is.
Of course he's a singer. I was like, and they're like, you should have him up there. I said no. I was like, I'm not gonna have him up there because that'll just be one more thing you keep me better than me at.
You already got me in basketball.
I was like, no, just give me this one thing, this one tiny thing.
Jed can sing, but I'm not sure he's got your pipes.
So, but he's well, and okay. Come to find out, so on the story where he absolutely roasted me on the basketball court, he was at a time in life. He told me later on he was shooting 500 shots a day.
Jeez.
And he's like, I was just due. He's like, I was going to the gym a lot. He's like, I was just due for one. I was like, well, no wonder you came into the gym and cooked me like Chef Curry, taking 6,000 shots every 5 days. I'm just like, holy crap. And yes, I'm aware that was not correct math. I was just throwing it out there.
Well, there you have it. Let's, Alex, we should take a break because we have some riveting playground equipment to talk about.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Step back in time and create unforgettable memories of the 2024 Midwest Little Threshers reunion. Gather the family and immerse yourselves in the nostalgic charm of steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and the horses. Whether it's the savory delights from the North Village to the log cabin or the unforgettable concerts, this is where memories are crafted. Plan now to bask in the history of the past from August 29th to September 2nd in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for details. Don't miss this chance to make timeless memories.
We have just had a rigorous countdown, ladies and gentlemen, so we know exactly where we are as our start time. This is Morning Breath. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alex P., super
Good to be
producer,
here.
boss man Matt,
What's up?
John the Voice. Gentlemen, we have 10 pieces of playground equipment that, I don't know if I want to say it like that we remember, Matt.
That we remember,
That we
exactly.
remember.
Well, this came up as well. So Todd Parker is a friend of mine from Monticello, and I know he watches sometimes. But on his Facebook feed, he had a merry-go-round, one of those old merry-go-rounds, and they had kids like flying off of it. And I thought, well, I remember those days. I mean, you didn't even ride the whole point of riding the merry-go-round was you either stayed on it till you puked, or you tried to get on and off as many times without getting cranked by the bar.
I'm a little offended that I'm not included in this conversation, Tib. Like, because I do remember certainly several of these as well. So we'll get into that.
Well, I want to leave out the grandparents, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
So
Oh, I'm a grandparent.
well, I am too, but I still. But it just got me thinking about all the things that, I mean, those merry-go-rounds are made out of sheet metal, and I think that's on the list here later. But the other thing that's not on the list is in Centerville, and I was telling you about this yesterday. In Centerville, where I grew up, they had an old fire truck, the old fire trucks that didn't even have the roof on them, you're right, you know.
Yeah.
And they took one and put it up on blocks and put it in the city park, took the wheels off of it, welded the hood shut, whatever. But I mean, that thing, there was nothing more dangerous than that fire truck. We were climbing all over that thing. And finally, one day we go to the park and there's like real fire trucks and cops and like all this crowd there gathered around this. Some kid put their head through the steering wheel and couldn't get their head out.
Oh, my word.
So they had to cut the steering wheel off of this thing. And my memory is they put the steering wheel back on and it happened again.
You can't drive it without a steering wheel.
You can't drive without a steering wheel. But maybe that's not true because eventually it was just a nub of a hub there for where the steering wheel used to be. So anyway, all that. And I'm thinking, well, God, there's all kinds of things. So Alex put together a list of all these things, which, as Tim said, are supposed to be like really old, but I remember most of them. So, and we got visuals for this too.
Yeah, we do got visuals.
Not in any particular order of danger. Here, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Just a.
But in a
Random
particular
list.
order of the sheet, we cannot deviate from the
We
sheet.
cannot deviate.
No.
We're told. So
First one.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
A barrel of fun, labeled as a mechanical grease pig. In 1922, the barrel was built to be anchored to a slab of concrete, and kids were encouraged to dive over the top of the 140-pound steel cask or attempt to hug its smooth surface and spin themselves silly. Some adventurous youngsters would even step on top, log rolling style.
That's awesome.
So they had one of these when I was a kid, but they didn't. You couldn't ride it around like that. They put like platforms on each side, so you could basically just log roll on it. You couldn't like ride it around. But
Yeah, they had one of these in Wayland for a minute.
did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that
Your
thing.
kids play on this, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that I'd be like, yeah, I'll be okay. Like,
Well, there's all these fancy wood chips on the ground, so you
Yeah.
can't get hurt now.
it's,
No, they don't even use wood
the
chips.
splinters say otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even use wood chips anymore. It's all rubber tires cut up.
You got to go rubber.
Yeah. All right.
Number 2.
Yep. Seen
Yeah,
these too.
I remember
yeah.
that thing too.
Oh yeah.
How is that even dangerous?
It's not, except for it's made of
Well, I'll tell you, Tim. This playground contraption, it's the log swing, built by Everywhere Manufacturing Company, looked reminiscent of a teeter-totter, except it had the unique ability to leap forward or backward and whack its unsuspecting victims, which I've seen happen.
Yeah.
Images of the log swing in action show children overloading the beam up to 14 kids deep, while others reveal that some youngsters rode the oscillating pile of doom surfboard style, which, why wouldn't you?
I would
Of
totally,
course.
I
Of
would
course you
totally
would.
stand up, hold that top bar, and swing back and forth while you're standing
Yeah.
up, jump off.
Variations of this type of log swing survived into the early 1970s, but today multi-person swings are frowned upon because of the great mask and risk of catastrophic impact injuries. We used to pretend that like it was like a battering ram like outside of a castle, and we would like get people on
does
one
look
side and like, heave, and then we'd have sticks in our hands for swords and spears, and then we would charge the
course.
make-believe castle that was on the other side that we've been hammering the entrance door after we crossed the moat to get in there.
We used to, you can break this down even simpler. We used to just run around with sharp sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
It was
why not?
fun. Yeah. With the knives that we used to whittle said sharp
Exactly.
sticks.
Exactly.
I don't understand that one being dangerous, but okay.
Okay, next one.
Go number 3.
I don't know what that thing
The
is.
giant strides.
Holy smokes, that one looks
That looks
awesome.
fun.
That
look
one looks
awesome.
a blast.
Everwell presently touted this gem as 7-league boot of the 1930s playground. Kids were meant to latch onto one of those lines of rope attached to the spinning wheel contraption atop the pole. They'd run around the pole, leaping and swinging through the air. And if the swingers managed... If the swingees managed to work together, it was probably a lot of fun, but there's no doubt a fair amount of collisions were happening. Yeah, I would guess that was the case.
I never saw one of those, but I'd
I've
totally,
never
I'd have
either.
totally
want
been
one.
on that.
I want to reconstruct this.
I'd be on
Absolutely.
that thing.
Absolutely.
Due to danger presented by the giant strides, U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission put them on the equipment not recommended list.
What a bunch of fun police.
Fun haters. Fun haters. That one looks like a hoot.
Yeah.
I want to bring that back. Okay.
Yep.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Oh, what?
How can this possibly be?
I don't remember
Seen
that.
these.
Well, this is the early version of monkey bars.
No, it's like their version of like a teeter-totter, but
Or
it's
teeter ladder.
Yeah.
Peter Ladder.
Monkey bars and seesaws are both on their way out of most American playgrounds because they're seen as perilous and by concerned doctors and traumatized parents. But back in the day, playground proprietors combined both into one. All sorts of stunts, too numerous to mention, may be performed on this apparatus, says the catalog. Like the traditional teeter-totter, kids have to have a lot of trust in their partner to not send them hurtling or thudding into the dirt. Playing alone meant enduring a radical and jarring shift as the climber moved over the ladder's center of gravity.
You just played. It was like playing a game of chicken with someone. Like I remember my brother would be on the other end of this thing. He'd be like, and maybe it's I got dropped in my head too many times, which explains a lot. But
That one looks challenging.
yeah,
Like the stuff they do on
like American Gladiator. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yes.
I don't see a problem with that either. All right. Number 5.
Number 5.
Racer slides.
Yeah.
Go.
So I don't know.
This one's just normal.
So it's not. It is normal. But first of all, do
double
you know
wide
how
stick.
hot those things
Oh
got?
my word, yes.
Oh my God, that ripped this flesh off your body.
Yep.
And
Just give you a nice searing on the way down.
exactly.
And blind you.
And blinds you.
Yes.
And those little humps in the middle. If you get enough speed worked up,
You get airborne.
You get airborne, and you notice the sides on those things are about 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So if you made it all the way down, that was the goal. It wasn't. It wasn't to have fun and slide down the slide. It was to try to survive and get
And
down.
you notice the
slide.
double wide staircase as well. Because again, you were racing from the bottom. There was 2 elements of danger. Like
Yes.
you could bust your chin if you slipped
on
and
those
fell on the, way up.
metal steps
Yeah.
with the little spikes on them.
Because the race began at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah.
Because you don't want to slip. Don't stitches are okay, but don't
Yeah.
slip.
Keep your feet firmly planted on those steps.
Yes. So there's a lot going on with that. It seems like an innocent slide, but
I
there's a
think
lot.
there's still
happening.
one of those, a shorter version of those out at our park.
There might be, but you grab that top bar and get some momentum and swing yourself off of that thing, and shoot down that slide and just see if you can make the bottom
Those were the days, Alex.
Those are the days.
as you lost skin.
Yeah,
on the
we
way
used to
down.
walk 27 miles to that park.
Yeah.
Uphill both
You got to
ways.
see all those, didn't you?
You lived in
all.
you lived in Des Moines. You didn't have to walk 27 miles to get to a park.
Yep, uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways.
We got to take a
We
break,
got to take
Alex.
a break.
We gotta take a break.
We'll be right back.
Attention Hy-Vee
Can't go
shoppers,
so quick on
introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers and sellers, to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. We just need to get set for the day. Let's just do it.
All right, so let's get set for the day. Time, 7:45 a.m. The date is June the 4th. Temperature right now, Fairfield 69, Mount Pleasant and Washington are both at 70.
Primary day.
It is primary day.
Forgot to talk about that.
Partly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms this afternoon, a high of 81 and a low of 61. Things to do tomorrow in Fairfield at 10 a.m. Join former Fairfield resident and storyteller Tracy Chipman on a journey through stories old and new, exploring change and renewal at the Fairfield Public Library.
Not to be confused with Terry Chapman.
Tracy Chapman. Yeah.
Okay.
Mount Pleasant tonight at 7:30 p.m. Varsity baseball game versus Oskaloosa at Maple Leaf Athletic Complex. And tonight in Washington at 5 p.m. the girls soccer end-of-season banquet in the Washington High School Commons. This day in history in 1984, American musician Bruce Springsteen released "Born in the USA" in '84.
Not a big fan.
Oh.
Yeah,
there's a hot take.
It's a hard thing because the musicianship is brilliant, right? The skill and everything else, but a lot of people will. It's interesting every year they'll post this "Born in the USA" song on their feeds with fireworks, and they don't even understand the words and the lyrics of the song, which in fact is not exactly complimentary to being born in the USA. So Gosh, you had to do this at 7:47, and I can't. All right, I'm
just not a big fan of Bruce Springsteen.
We'll continue this tomorrow.
Kind of a whiner, anyway. Okay,
so this weekend took my wife out to dinner. We got done eating. We had some food left over, right? So the waiter come up and says, "Want a box?" And I said, "It's not worth fighting over."
Yes, you went rogue. You didn't go by the. I was like, "What is this? Hold on."
I like it.
That's awesome.
It's good stuff. I want to quickly thank KCTC again and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh, but mostly I want to thank you, the audience. This is so fun to do with you commenting and just, I know a lot of people are watching and don't comment because I'm sure you guys get it too. I almost every day somebody says, "We really enjoy the show." So thanks all for joining. We do it for you, and we really do it for us because we just sit in there and have a good time. But hope you enjoy. If you did, like and share and click buttons and whatever all you're supposed to do.
Do what you do.
Do what you do. Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. We'll see you.